Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, let's discuss the JMeter interview preparation topics in detail. And guys, this is a very interesting video. Please don't skip it and watch to till the end. Okay, so if you need this PDF, I have given a link in the description and also in the comment section. Please do check out. I repeat, if you want this PDF, I have given a link in the description and also in the comment section. I have pinned it. So please do check out and let me know if you have any queries or questions in the comment section or drop me an email. Okay, so let's get started. So what is JMeter? JMeter is a performance testing tool used for testing the web-based application and mobile-based applications to test or check the overall performance of an application by applying the number of loads, that is users. Okay, and guys, I'll discuss at very high level. Okay, let's go. What is the use of JMeter and what are the different types of testings that are carried out usually in the JMeter? What are the advantages of JMeter? What are JMeter elements? Can you give example? How do you create first JMeter test case execution? Okay. What is a test plan? What is a thread group? Okay. What are the different types of threads available and thread groups? Okay. And sorry, what are the different types of thread groups available? My bad. What are samplers? What are the types of samplers? Guys, here we have uploaded a screenshots for better understanding. Okay. What are listeners? What are the types of listeners? What are timers? What are the types of timers available? Which do we use the most? Okay. Can you differentiate between the constant timers and uniform random timers? What is a correlation? What is a regular expression extractor? What is the difference between constant and uniform random timers? I already discussed this. Okay. And then there are many terms that I have included. And how to create multiple test plans in a single time or window without deleting the others. What are assertions and what are the different types of assertions in JMeter? Okay. What do you know about logic controllers? What are the types of logic controller? What are configuration elements and what are the different types of configuration elements? What is the use of controller in JMeter? Write a test case for logic controller by using a loop controller. Okay, there is a question here. Can we perform a single request or multiple requests? Can we perform multiple requests in JMeter? Okay, if yes, they'll ask multiple questions on top of the previous questions. Why is HTTP's request 0 bars request 1 happening under view results tree? Okay, by default execution time is, and how much is it going to take, and what is a simple controller and what is the use of it, what is a module controller, what is a test fragment controller, what is the included controller and uses, what are random and random order controllers, difference between simple controllers and random order controllers, what are random and random order controllers in JMeter, difference between simple controllers and random order controllers, what is an interleave controller and usage of it, what is a throughput controller and practical usage of it, why do we use the throughput controller and the advantages of it. Okay, and the next set of topics is with respect to the HTTP methods and HTTP requests. Okay, we have talked about the get request, post request, put request and delete request. Okay, so what is a request basically? We have talked about it, and then next we talked about the regular expression extractor. So we have elaborated the details. Okay, again, what are the use assertions and how to use the assertions? Sorry, let's discuss the key points. How to install JMeter tool on Windows and Mac OS. What's the scope of JMeter in future? How to write your first test case, JMeter test case, and what steps do we have to follow? What's the difference between stop button and shutdown button? What are assertions and how to use assertions? How to use listeners? How to record UI, that's the web test. JMeter, using JMeter, how to test the login page? Should we need to use the Blaze Meter tool? What are configuration elements? What are the different types of configuration elements? How to create a database test plan? Why we need to execute in non-GUI mode? How to test FTP upload and download? How to use plugin managers? How to read data from CSV files? Okay, what is parameterization then? What are the functions and variables? How to set up realistic performance test pacing? What are timers and types of timers? How to add think time? How to parameterize the FTP test? How to run scheduled and sequential execution in JMeter? How to run a test for specific duration? How to run uh, performance test sequentially? How to add websites sequentially to a performance test? How to run a test for a specific duration? How to run performance test sequentially? How to add, that's a repetitive question, okay? How to add a website sequentially to a performance test? What is a correlation and why it is required? What is a regular expression extractor? Okay. And what are JMeter templates? How to use the templates and how to create your own template? Okay. How to test the file upload? How to create a test for file upload? How to record test for file upload? Okay. And similarly, how to test the file download? How to create a test for file download? How to debug in JMeter? Okay. How to run the JMeter in from command line? Okay, that's all guys. This is a cheat sheet to understand the different status codes and what does it represents. Okay, so thank you so much for watching my video. As I said earlier, I have given this PDF in the link that I mentioned in the description and also in the comment section. Please do check out. All the best for your upcoming interview. Happy learning, happy testing. Thank you so much for watching my video.